Wagwan, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at what some people are calling the mythical unicorn of the Deep Stone Crypt. That's right, today we're going to be taking a brief look at the Eyes of Tomorrow rocket launcher, getting into some builds that I've been wanting to try out for quite some time now. Didn't have the rocket launcher, finally got it to drop, so here we are. Firstly, how do you actually get this weapon? Well, this weapon is a random drop from completing the Deep Stone Crypt. After defeating the final boss, it has a chance of dropping from the final chest. It's a very rare drop, however, the more completions of the Deep Stone Crypt that you have, it is the higher your chance of this weapon actually dropping for you on your next completion. And trust me, I have the most terrible RNG in the history of Destiny, and I was still able to get this weapon on my 8th completion. So I'm curious to know how long it took you to get your first Eyes of Tomorrow. Leave a comment down below. Alright, now let's take a look at what makes the Eyes of Tomorrow the Eyes of Tomorrow. Starting with its first perk called Eyes on All. This is basically just telling you that the Eyes of Tomorrow is capable of locking onto, tracking, and firing at 6 individual targets with one volley. Up next we have the perk Adaptive Ordnance. This is basically telling you that if you're able to kill 4 or more enemies with a single volley from this rocket launcher, the next volley you fire is going to deal 50% more damage. Alright, a few things to keep in mind when you're using this rocket launcher. Like any other tracking rocket launcher, you're going to need to be aimed down sight in order to begin tracking your targets. What sets the Eyes of Tomorrow apart from any other tracking launcher is tracking of your target is almost immediate. You don't have to aim down sight to fire it, and you don't immediately lose tracking when you break aim down sight. The tracking beacon stays on your target for 5 seconds, giving you time to acquire additional targets before firing. And finally, and definitely the best thing about the rocket launcher here, it has the most aggressive tracking out of any rocket launcher currently in a Destiny 2. Yo, me non-joke when me tell you say the rocket them from the Eyes of Tomorrow, them thing ya, them will run you down go underneath your mama. You can literally lock on for 6 targets or even a single target. Turn around, face the other direction, look up into the sky, go behind one rock, fire the rocket launcher, and you best believe that them are gonna find them target. The only way them not gonna find them target is if the target is dead. So you see why this is such a good rocket launcher. But to be honest, I feel like it could have better. Started experimenting with a few mods, find a build that works. So I could jump into that. Alright, that build have a lot of moving parts, but let's start with the most important mod first, Argent Ordnance. Alright, so this is a solar mod. It costs 5 energy and it gives you a 20 up to 35% increase in damage plus faster reloads with the rocket launchers. You can stack it with other Argent Ordnance mods, but the damage cap at 35. Anytime you deal damage from a rocket launcher with this mod, it'll consume 1 stack of charge with light. Notice, me say anytime you deal damage, me never say anytime you kill an enemy. Next, because it's a one Warmind build charge with light hybrid build, you're gonna need 1 copy of Global Reach. This pretty straightforward. The cell them where you create, damage targets at a wider range, and the effects of the cell them go far. That's all. Alright, next, you're gonna need 1 copy of Wrath of Rasputin. Alright, the reason I use this is to ensure so you can use the Eyes of Tomorrow and create Warmind cells. Not only that, if you destroy a Warmind cell where you create, the explosion might create a next Warmind cell. Alright, next, you want a copy of Incinerating Light. Honestly, I wanted to use another mod here, but never have it unlocked, so this works just as well. Alright, and you just use this to ensure so you charge with light so you can proc Argent Ordnance. Alright, next mod we're going to use a Rage of the Warmind. This sick piece of mod. You see, worse when you combine it with Global Reach, the explosion can literally clear one entire room. Now that we have all of the moving parts out of the way, we could check out a damage comparison. This is just the base damage of the Eyes of Tomorrow. It deals decent damage. Now, we can see what happens when we proc Adaptive Ordnance. Well, that's definitely a noticeable increase in the damage, but we're not done yet. And this is what we end up with when we proc all of that plus the extra damage from Argent Ordnance. So we start out look a bit in the 19,000 with the random 24,000 add. Then we carry that up to almost 30,000 with a random 34,000 something damage somewhere about the place. Then finally we end up with almost 35,000 damage, and again we have a random almost 40,000 damage. Now combining that damage potential with the other aspects of this build, and you end up with a build that not only allows you to have amazing single target DPS, control and eliminate trash mobs by constantly creating and destroying Warmind cells, and it is also highly customizable. Because a lot of the mods can be interchanged to suit your playstyle or to suit the situation that you're currently dealing with. You could choose to run something like Supercharge along with any Charge with Light mod that allows you to be charged with light, whether it be from picking up an orb of power or getting multi-kills with a specific weapon type. And this would allow you to have more stacks of Charge with Light so you can proc Argent Ordnance more often. Or if you want to be the healer of your fire team running around with a rocket launcher, you can always change Wrath of Rasputin to something like Fire Team Medic, which will allow you to heal your fire team each time you destroy a Warmind cell. The possibilities of this build are endless. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for checking out this quick build guide. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video with a friend, and I'll see you next time.
Hunters like you blaze a path for the rest of us.